All right, welcome back. Um, it's been a while since I posted anything, for like a week and a half or so, but just been out and about doing things. Got some footage. Gonna have to edit it down. Um, but there's been a lot happening in the last week, not just in my life, but just in the world, and it's just got me thinking a little bit about my take on it. Everyone has a take, and I just think that there's a lot of things that are being left unsaid. Now, it sucks that in this day and age, we have to watch what we say. We have to walk on eggshells, tiptoe around everything as to not violate some sort of guidelines, which, hopefully, if I end up getting enough people that like the content, I could create my own platform where I can say whatever I want. Because a lot of the people that you hear that are like pushing the envelope or going against status quo, they're just, in my opinion, they're not going hard enough. We are in very drastic times. Your grandparents, your great grandparents would not recognize the country, the society that we are living in. And it's tough, This country is not the same as when I was growing up. And I think it all stems back to weak men. Our men have become weaker. And that's why we are watching the downfall of society as we know it. Truly. Why do you think these women on the adult subscription services are flaunting wealth? Where does that wealth come from? Weak men. And we've been pushed aside. We cannot stand up for our values anymore. Straight white Christian men are bullied into submission. And it's just, it pains me. They just want to beat you down into submission, which they're thoroughly succeeding. But I think it's time we all woke up and we spoke our minds and we stopped walking on eggshells. Weak men are the downfall. There's a saying, I don't know who said it, but it's one of my favorites. And it's those who stand for nothing will fall for everything. And that's what we have right now. Men who think there are of good values. And I do know Christian men who have a lot of values that I share as well. But then you ask them about, what do you think about the alphabet people? You know what I'm talking about. LGBT, XYZ, PDQ. It's not bothering me. You can do whatever you want. Pretty soon it is going to start bothering you. And in my opinion, they're the biggest group of bullies on the planet. You cannot have a dissenting voice against them, or you will be beat down into the ground. And I'm so sick of it. This is the antagonist waking up in me. This is the filth I want to see rid of in the world. It is complete degeneracy, subjecting children to this, The children's books that they have out now, disgusting. Like, we would have never let this crap happen in the not so distant past, like 20, 30 years ago. Time where most of us could remember living in. So someone's got to stand up and say something. And I don't have the platform or the voice, but nobody's saying it. And I think it has a lot to do with people just afraid of being beat down by I don't want to say woke mob. That is so overplayed. But, the godless mob is what I'm going to say. That's what I'll call them. The godless mob will always want to take away the light that shines in you, which is Christ and is the truth. That is the one thing. They will never bash any other religion other than Christianity, and that is the truth. So what do we do? How do we fix it? That's a good question, but I really think it starts with everyone speaking their minds. And I know for a fact, these people who, well, I don't care, whatever you do, it doesn't bother me. Because there was a brief moment in my life where I said that, and I thought that, but genuinely deep down inside, deep down in the core of your soul, you know that lifestyle is wrong. Any life that strays from the path of following Christ is wrong. And every human, deep down, with every fiber of their being, knows it. They reject it. And they've come so accustomed to rejecting a life following Christ that it's become the norm, and they vehemently defend it. That's why they get so violent, so outspoken when their ideals are challenged. Because deep down, they know it's wrong. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully you guys can get some push-ups, get some sit-ups in, get active, fight the norm. Do not obey the overlords, the man in the suit who is telling you how you should act and feel. Get outside, breathe air, touch the ground with your bare feet, and follow Christ. All right, have a good one.